Queensbridge, New York, the largest public housing project in the United States. Rows of towering brick buildings, each one holding stories of struggle, survival, and dreams. Out of this environment came a young boy named Nasir bin Oludara Jones. His father, Oludara, was a jazz and blues musician, and his mother, Fanny Ann, worked hard to provide stability for her children. Nasir grew up surrounded by music, but also by the harsh realities of life in the projects. Queensbridge wasn't just a neighborhood, it was a world of its own, filled with both danger and inspiration. For young Nas, hip-hop became the perfect outlet to capture everything he saw. By the time he was a teenager, he was already known in the streets and ciphers as a gifted lyricist with an unusually sharp pen. He studied the world around him with the eyes of a poet. At just 16, Nas caught the attention of the hip-hop underground with a fiery verse on Main Source's track Live at the Barbecue. That verse was an introduction to his storytelling skills. Raw, powerful, and unlike anything people had heard before, suddenly whispers began to spread across New York. Who was this kid from Queensbridge? The answer would come soon. Nas was quietly working on something that would not only change his life, but would shift the entire hip-hop landscape. He wasn't just writing rap verses, he was writing what would become one of the greatest albums in the history of music. Illmatic. In 1994, at the age of just 20, Nas released his debut album, Illmatic. To call it a debut would almost be an understatement. This wasn't the sound of a rookie finding his footing. This was a masterpiece, fully formed, delivered by someone wise beyond his years. From the moment the opening track begins, listeners are pulled into the world of Queensbridge, a world of broken elevators, street corners, gunshots, and survival. Songs like NY State of Mind, produced by DJ Premier, brought listeners directly into the streets, as if they were walking alongside Nas through dimly lit hallways and alleyways. His verses weren't just raps, they were short stories, capturing every detail of life in the projects. The World Is Yours, with its reflective tone, was both motivational and haunting, and One Love was written like a letter to friends behind bars, personal, vulnerable, and filled with heart. What made Illmatic extraordinary wasn't just the rhymes, though they were brilliant. It was the way Nas blended literary storytelling with hip-hop. His words carried rhythm, poetry, and emotion all at once. He was able to make the local feel universal. Anyone, whether they had lived in the projects or not, could connect with his words because they spoke of struggle, resilience, and the search for meaning. Critics hailed Illmatic as a revolution. It was praised by The Source, Rolling Stone, and countless hip-hop heads as one of the best rap albums ever made. Even today, nearly 3 decades later, it remains the gold standard for lyricism. For Nas, Illmatic wasn't just an album. It was his introduction to the world, a declaration that hip-hop could be art, poetry, and history all at once. But after a debut like Illmatic, expectations were sky high. Even now, Nas continues to inspire. He invests in the future, mentors young artists, and represents what it means to grow with hip-hop rather than out of it. His career is proof that rap isn't just a young man's game. It's a lifelong art form. Nas isn't just famous. He isn't just successful. He is timeless. From Queensbridge to the world, his words continue to echo, reminding us that poetry can come from anywhere, even the hardest streets, and still touch the soul.